Welcome everybody to the second episode of GeoSpeaksTV. I'm your host, I'm the speaker Geo. But today I want to talk to you about something that we all aspire for. In fact, every time I go and speak in public, I always ask this question. How many of you guys want to be successful? And pretty much 99.9% of the people raise their hand. But how do you go about being successful? What things can you do to be successful? Now, anytime I ask that question, they'll say we need to go ahead and make the right decisions, hard work, and all those things like that. And those are all true. But I think the reason why success is something that is so frustrating to many of us is because of the fact that we never expected the hard times. You see, we think that just because we're successful, we want to be successful, we think about, oh, if I just keep positive thinking, that will help me get there. But the reality is when something goes wrong, it's hard to be positive. When you went ahead and thought that that door would open for you, when you went on that job interview and you're like, I'm going to be successful, I got my resume done, I'm going to go to this interview, and you get that interview and you find out you do not get the job. What happens there? Does that mean that you're not successful? The journey to success first starts with the word suck in it. So if you look at success, you'll realize that suck comes first before you finish out the word. And so a lot of times before you get to the good times, you're gonna experience some downfalls. You see, if you go into a hospital, you'll see a person who's living, they're hooked up on a machine, and you'll see when the thing is beeping, it goes up and down, right? But if it ever went straight and just flatlined, which means death, that's not what you want. You see, life is a roller coaster. There's gonna be a bunch of ups and downs. There's gonna be some drops you did not expect. But at the same time, that's what makes life such a thrill. So if you wanna go and be successful in anything that you're doing, anticipate the fact that those hard times will come. You see, I will fail a pop quiz because I didn't expect the quiz to come. But if you expect those hard times to come, they won't. It takes the sting out of those situations. It takes the hurt out of those situations because you realize that I had to go through that anyway in order to become successful. And so the way you appreciate success is to go through the suck part first, and then you become successful. So, I mean, I've done speaking for a year and a half, and when I first started, I spoke to 3 people. Yeah, I went into a room and spoke to 3 people. Now, my dreams when I thought about being a speaker was to speak in front of thousands of people, hundreds of people. But 3 people, you would think that, man, why do you even do that? But the reality is those moments, I won't call them, they kind of suck going through it because you're looking at 3 people looking at you and that's it. But the reality was that was the platform that enabled me to learn how to become a better speaker. It helped me to learn to connect with people, to keep eye contact with people at all times. And so I went through that first, and that has propelled me to where I am now. And where I am now will help me get to the next level. So wherever you are right now, appreciate that moment for whatever it is, because in that moment is where your greatness will shine the most. They always say that, in the midst of darkness, the star shines the most because of the darkness around it. I believe that you're a star, and I believe that whatever that you're going through right now is a stepping stone to where you're trying to go. This is Geo from Geo Speaks, episode number 2. And I look forward to episode number 3. I got more good stuff for you. So stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so that you guys can keep up to date with the new stuff that we're doing here. Talk to you guys later.